I just remembered something, and yeah, I've been thinking about this for a long, long time since my first relationship has ended after more than a decade. That was the father of my kids. You know what? This is what I have observed. Actually, correct me if I'm wrong again, but this is just my personal observation. I've seen that when a relationship ends in the Western world, there is little accountability on the part of the women, and there's always blaming to the man. There is no like genuine effort for the women to really study things about themselves, like where did I go wrong, or self-assessment like that. I don't know, but this is what I did actually. And probably most of the Filipinos. So I know there are so many rules in a relationship actually, and we have our parents and our old elderly people in the family who will always give us advices and impart to us some lessons that may may guide us to come up with a decision or to realize things uh, that affected or contributed to the failure of the relationship. So, yeah, when my first relationship didn't work out, actually, after more than a decade, that's the father of my kids again. Yeah, before that, not just me, we tried to work it out. But since, yeah, young as we are, probably we're just not really meant for each other. So I wouldn't go to specific details on that. But the thing is that I want to point out is that we worked it out. We tried too many times. And yeah, and then after that, personally, even during the working it out process, I studied a lot, researched a lot, even bought expensive books to learn about myself, like why why did it happen like this, what is the problem, what is wrong with me, because I want to improve and save the relationship too. So this is just my personal view, okay, and stand on this. I do not recommend on getting a psychiatrist or a marriage counselor. We also have that in the Philippines, especially in churches, but I wouldn't go for that because still people has different perspective, even though it's their field or they're experts on that. Partly there is business in there, and secondly, it's too private for me. It's too personal for me to share it. And people have different stories in different situations, so there might be good lessons and teachings on that, but it's always you yourself who can solve and who can improve yourself. So you're still the one to solve the issue, or you're still the one that should do everything or solve whatever situation that is difficult for both of you, right? And yes, of course, with it's both ways, of course. I was really thinking that time that it's up to me, and I studied harder to understand men and women nature at the same time, not just to justify myself as a woman, but I want to understand men, because men and women are really different in so many ways. Even our brains, the way it functions, women's brain are divided into a lot of hemispheres that they think a lot of things, and that's why usually they are more confused and yeah, do impulsive decisions according to their emotions. Really, I really studied those things just to a little bit understand it, why it happened, what is wrong with me, really. The second one, which is the LDR, we never met. We're about to meet, but there is something that happened to him and another girl, and the girl got pregnant. So yeah, I said you have to build that family because a child is already involved. So that's it. Then it was 3 years LDR, actually, almost. And then after a long time, when yeah, I met this guy, and we've been like almost 2 years, but then that's the same thing happened almost, like there's whatever. So I was really thinking like, is there's really something with me? So then I realized that I always decide on my emotions, and I don't think logically that, okay, like the last one was like, okay, there are cultural differences, this might happen, and don't pour out all your emotions or your feelings, your love again. And because these things may these things may contribute to the failure of the relationship. Actually, we didn't have the problem between us, it's the external people. So he decided, he followed that those oh my god, I don't want to dig into that actually, but I just want to say that, yeah, I didn't blame him, I didn't blame them. What happens happens, but rather blaming these men, I even appreciated them still, because and thank them, because I've learned a lot about myself too, and how to carry myself after these decisions, and to improve myself. And yeah, I don't blame them. Rather, I have to improve, to study more about myself and the things I really want, and how, where to break that cycle. It's more of me. Where is my problem on that relationship, on that situation? So that is the thing that I have to get rid of or to change, which I did happily. So yeah, so just sharing that, you know we should take accountability as women. It's not really good that we blame other people or men. They have been part of your life. To be You have those decisions too. You are part. You have contributed to the failure. That's what you have to accept that. And another thing is, what happens happens. It is what it is. So you just have to move forward, and yeah, who knows, when love is love. I still believe that if it's really true love, it will find a way to you. It will really find a way to. But if you're destined to be like this, just accept and still continue to be nice and kind to others. Thank you. Bye.